Hey, welcome back. I'm Morgane, SEO Sales Copywriter for service-based businesses, and today we're talking about something I get asked about constantly. How do you get clients consistently without posting every day, without launching every other month, and without running ads? The answer is evergreen marketing paired with SEO. And I know that might sound like a lot of words, so by the end of this episode, you're going to know exactly what that means, why it works, and what's probably getting in the way of your website doing this for you right now. So let's get into it. But one last thing before I dive in, if you would like to know exactly what's holding your website back from bringing you clients, I offer mini website audits that are free for 20 minutes. The link is in the description, so make sure to book your slot and let's dive in. So here is the problem with social media as a lead source. And nobody in the online business wants to say this out loud. It stops working the second you stop. You can post every day for 6 months, build momentum, get engagement, miss a week, and you reach tanks. You miss a month, and it's basically like you're starting over again. Rinse and repeat. That's how the platforms are designed. They need you to keep showing up so they can keep selling ads. Your consistency is their business model, not yours. And the other problem is intent. When someone opens Instagram or LinkedIn, they're actually scrolling to pass time. A little bit less on LinkedIn, more on Instagram, especially because it's more diverse, but that's not the point. They are not actively looking to hire anyone. So even if they see your post and they like it, the gap between nice post and I'm going to book this person right now is ginormous. So now compare that to Google. When someone types copywriter for therapists or SEO consultant for small business or something like business coach for consultants, in the Google search bar, even at 2 a.m., they are ready. They have a problem. They are actively looking for someone to solve it. That's a completely different conversation. And that's the shift I want you to make from chasing attention to being findable when it matters for your clients. So now let me get into what evergreen marketing actually is, because that can sound a little bit jargony, but it's important for me to talk about this word and to use this word because the term comes from evergreen trees, the ones that don't drop their leaves in winter. They stay alive through every season, and evergreen content works the same way. It's content and copy that keeps working long after you created it. It can be a blog post you wrote 2 years ago that still shows up on Google today, a services page with copy so clear it answers every question before someone even books a call with you, and basically your whole website that does the explaining so you don't have to. And the opposite of evergreen is social media, basically. A reel that gets engagement on Tuesday and on Thursday it's already dead, 0 views. Your story that disappears in 24 hours, a post that lived and died in the algorithm grave before most of your audience even saw it. And it means all your efforts are going down the drain to never be found again. Evergreen content compounds. You build it once, you optimize it, and it keeps working. One blog post built around the right search terms can bring in qualified leads or prospects for 2, 3, 4 years without touching it again. And that's the total opposite of the content hamster wheel, and that's what we're building. So if you have a website right now that's not doing much for you, here is why it might be invisible. And this is where I want to get specific, because most service providers have a website that exists, but it doesn't work. It looks fine on the outside, but it doesn't show up when someone searches for what you do. And when someone does find it, the copy doesn't make them want to reach out or take action at all. And there are a few reasons for this to happen. The first one is you're not using any keyword strategy. The words on your website are not the words your clients are typing. You might call yourself a business guide when your client is searching for a business coach for entrepreneur. Google cannot connect the dots for you. The second one is your copy that speaks to you instead of your ideal client. Like, let's say your homepage talks about your journey, your method, your certifications, but never clearly says to the visitors, here's your problem, here is what I do about it, and here is why it works for people like you. So your visitors come, they check the few lines, the title, the top section, they don't feel seen, they leave, even if you had the best solution for them. And the third reason is that there is no proof. You may have testimonials like great service, super professional, but these don't build trust with someone who just found you, like a stranger from Google. This person knows nothing about you, so a testimonial like amazing service doesn't build trust. But specific results do. A veterinary clinic I worked with saw 77 more website visitors, 150% more phone calls, and 17% more contact forms filled in 2 months. Without a single blog post, without posting on social media, and without paid ads. That happened because the copy and the optimization, the SEO aspect, worked together. None of this is your fault, by the way. Nobody teaches this when you start a service business. So you hire someone to build you a website, and they build you a website. Beautiful, but invisible, because there is no SEO or sales copy aspect. So here is what actually fixes it, and what the fixing looks like. Because you have two things working together. Once again, the SEO, so your site gets found, and copy, so your site turns visitors into clients. SEO without copy is only half of the game. Your website can show up on page 1 and still have people leave in 5 seconds because nothing on the page spoke to them. And copy without SEO is invisible. You can have the most compelling website copy in your industry, and nobody will ever see it if Google doesn't know it exists. So when both work together, here's what happens. Someone searches for what you do, and yes, even at 2 a.m., like I said earlier, your website shows up, they land on your homepage, and within a few seconds, they think, this is exactly what I need. They might read a blog or two that answers a few questions they had been sitting with for weeks or months. And then they have clear steps to get started, whether it is booking a call to get more information related to their specific situation, or booking straight away and paying you and having them as your client. And all of that happened while you were sleeping, working with another client, or cleaning your cat's litter box. A client of mine went from barely visible to 255% more impressions in 17 days. Impressions are the number of times your website is showing up in search results. 2 months later, that same blog had crossed 4,600 impressions. And this is still climbing today. No ads, no posting on social media, simply content that answers what people are asking for. Built for the right searches. So if this resonated, I wrote a full blog post on this topic that goes deeper into what makes a website convert. Convert meaning turning visitors into clients, right? And also what keeps most service providers' sites invisible, and the exact combination that creates consistent inbound leads. The link is in the description below, and if you want to know what your website specifically needs right now, like I was saying at the beginning of this episode, I offer a free mini website audit. You will walk away knowing exactly what to fix first, no strings attached, whether you want to fix it yourself, learn to fix it with me inside my sold-out SEO Academy, designed to help you turn your website into your most reliable client source within 6 months, or whether you want me to do it for you. The link is in the description. Thank you very much for watching. Share this episode with a business friend who needs to hear that, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye!